The A69 class Avisos have been operating in various parts of the world for many years. These surface combatants, also known as Destian Dove class, were designed for low-density military needs as the first ship in its class. Although this Aviso is not a complex and expensive naval vessel, it still has performed its role perfectly for over 40 years. Now, we're investigating the A69 class, one of the last examples of the Aviso legend. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel before we start. Before we begin to investigate the A69 class, it is useful to take a look at what is the surface combat ship called Aviso. The origin of the word Aviso comes from the Portuguese Barco de Aviso, which means notice boat. Over time, only the word Aviso started to be used. The first Avisos were small and fast ships, which served as a connection, being used in the transmission of notices and other messages between the different ships and between these and land. At the same time, due to their speed and agility, they also carried out reconnaissance operations for the fleet. The modern Avisos, on the other hand, are an intermediate class between the patrol boats and corvettes, and they are performing anti-submarine warfare and coastal patrol missions. In NATO classification, they are usually recognized as corvettes. As the Avisos are generally designed to meet civilian shipbuilding criteria, they are cheaper to build and operate than corvettes. This makes them a more suitable vessel for low-intensity military missions. FS Destian Dove, the first ship of the A69 class, designed according to this mission definition, was commissioned in 1976. 17 ships of this class were ordered as replacements for the E-50 and E-52 class frigates, which were defined as the escorteurs by the French Navy. France named these Avisos with the names of their soldiers who showed heroism during the Second World War. Although there are escort and anti-submarine warfare in its mission definition, the A69 class was originally built for the coastal water patrol in the overseas territories of France. Therefore, the endurance of the ship was quite high compared to its dimensions. The A69 class, which can operate for 30 days without replenishment, has simple and durable subsystems which do not need excessive maintenance. Over the past 40 years, these Avisos have proved their easy usability many times. At the beginning of the program, the class was intended to be constructed in two groups, one of them with Exocet MM-38 anti-ship missiles and other without. However, all ships were equipped with these missiles later. The A69 class are still used by Argentina, France, and Turkey. Argentina and Turkey classify these ships as corvettes. FS Lieutenant de Vaisseau Le Enaf and FS Commandant L'Herminier, built for the French Navy, were sold to South Africa while they were still under construction. Later, the United Nations embargo started to be applied to this country because of its apartheid regime. France, which couldn't deliver the ships to South Africa, sold these Avisos to Argentina in 1978. Argentina then ordered one more A69. These surface combatants are defined as the Drummond class in this country. After that, France built and commissioned two new A69s which have the same name with the ships sold. Due to the economic problems in Argentina, only ARA Greenville is active today. ARA Drummond and ARA Guerrico appear on the Navy's list, but they are inactive. In 2000, Turkey bought 6 A69 class Avisos, which were decommissioned by France, as the replacement of the Hisar class patrol boats. The Turkish Navy defines them as the Burak class. It is expected that the Turkish Navy will decommission these ships in a short time. The A69 class has a complement of 90 people. The fully loaded displacement of the ship is 1,250 tons. The Aviso has nearly 81 meters length, 10.5 meters beam, and 5.5 meters draught. Two 6,000 horsepower SEMT peel-stick 12 PC2 V400 diesel engines provide 29 knots maximum speed. The ship can sail 8,330 kilometers at an economic speed of 15 knots. The original design model of the A69 class has one 100mm Model 68 gun, two 20mm F2 guns, four 12.7mm machine guns, two Exocet MM38 anti-ship missiles, one 375mm 6-tuple LR-375 rocket launcher, and two 533mm torpedo tubes. The weapon systems on these ships today differ from the original design. For example, the French Navy reclassified the A69 class as offshore patrol vessels. So, the surface-to-surface missiles and heavy anti-submarine weapons of the ships were removed. On the Drummond class, a twin-barreled 40mm Type L70 gun was installed in place of the LR-375 rocket launcher. In addition, these Avisos have two 324mm Mark 32 triple torpedo tubes and A244S torpedoes. They are equipped with 20mm Oerlikon guns instead of the F2s. The Turkish Navy also replaced 533mm L5s with 324mm Mark 44 torpedoes. In addition, Turkey has removed the Exocet MM38 missiles from service. Some of the later models of this class also have features different from the first models. FS Commandant L'Herminier, which was decommissioned in 2018, had two 7,350 horsepower SEMT peel-stick 12 PA 6 BTC diesel engines with infrared suppression systems. The rocket launchers of FS Commandant Billison and FS Enseigne de Vaisseau Jacobert were removed and the Syracuse 2 SATCOM terminal installed onto them. Different from the other vessels of the class, FS Commandant Duquin and FS Commandant Burak are not fitted with fin stabilizers. The Argentine ships are equipped with mostly German and Dutch electronic systems instead of French. The two diesel engines of the A69 class are located in a single engine room mounted next to each other. They are controlled from a room above the machinery room. It is known that the ship, which is suitable for low speeds, collects soot continuously in its funnel. In order to overcome this problem, A69 class should sail at high speed from time to time. This process is called decarbonization. Although they were generally deployed in the Atlantic Ocean for anti-submarine patrol during the First Cold War, the French A69s have frequently shown themselves in low-intensity missions. FS Jean Moulin joined the Yugoslavia embargo in 1993 and the evacuation operation in Sierra Leone in 1997. Upon the intensification of the war between Eritrea and Ethiopia, FS Commandant Duquin and FS Enseigne de Vaisseau Jacobet were deployed in the Red Sea within the Operation Corps Engar in 2000. In 2001, FS Commandant Burak and FS Commandant Duquin were deployed in the Indian Ocean as a part of the Operation Enduring Freedom for patrol mission. In 2002, in international waters, FS Lieutenant de Vaisseau Le Enaf intercepted the Winner, a Cambodian cargo ship for narcotic smuggling. After the 20mm gun of the Aviso was fired for warning, the French naval commandos boarded the ship and arrested 12 suspects. In 2007 and 2008, FS Commandant Duquin and FS Premier Metle escorted the ships carrying food aid to Somalia. In 2008, a luxury yacht named M.A. Le Penot was seized by Somalian pirates in the Gulf of Aden, and 30-person crew members of her were taken hostage. FS Commandant Burak started monitoring the yacht. After that, the hostages were released without incident. In 2009, FS Premier Mertile answered a distress call from MVS Venus, a freighter of Panamanian registry, and arrested 8 pirates who attacked the ship. In the same year, FS Commandant Ducoin was part of an important rescue operation. The FX Dixmude, amphibious assault ship carrying French soldiers who intervened in Mali in 2013 under Operation Survol, was escorted by the FS Lieutenant de Vasseur Le Henaf from Toulon to Dakar. Argentine's A69s had to struggle tougher than their French counterparts. All 3 ships participated in the 1982 Falklands War. ARA Guerrico was deployed around the South Georgia Islands during the early days of the war. Here, she was damaged by a Carl Gustav rocket and machine gun fire of the British soldiers. In 1994, all 3 Drummond-class Avisos participated on the blockade of Haiti during Operation Uphold Democracy. The UK claims that in 1995, RIA Grenville harassed some travelers around the Falklands. Also, she eliminated RFA diligence of the Royal Fleet Auxiliary with a radar. The A69 class TCG Bandırma made the first and only Exocet MM-38 shot of the Turkish Navy in 2006. Shortly after, Turkey pulled these anti-ship missiles out of service. Because of the exclusive economic zone dispute surrounding Cyprus, in 2006, Turkey launched the Operation Mediterranean Shield. Since then, Burak-class ships of the Turkish Navy have frequently patrolled around the island. In 2012, TCG Bozcaada escorted the Turkish cargo vessel MV Dadalı, which was carrying aid materials dispatched by the Turkish Red Crescent to Somalia. In 2017, Turkish naval commandos from TCG Beykoz boarded the commercial ship MV Joy K in the Aegean Sea. This was the first interrogation and boarding mission of the Operation Sea Guardian of NATO. Nowadays, new Aviso-type surface combatants are not being designed. The A69s are also coming to the end of their useful life. It seems that another class of ships is fading from the naval literature. Nevertheless, they have successfully conducted countless tasks assigned to them during their lifetime of nearly 50 years. Thus, the A69 class deserved to be considered a legend in the naval history. Thanks for watching our video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.